Good morning, everyone. My name is Buddy Lewis, and I'm the Director of the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, and we appreciate you, everyone here today, in joining us for Operation Hands Free. First of all, I would like to thank all of our partners in attendance today: the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and all of Tennessee's local law enforcement, the Georgia Governor's Office of Highway Safety, the Georgia State Patrol, AAA, the Auto Group from Tennessee and Georgia, the Tennessee Department of Transportation, and the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development for hosting this event. And we truly appreciate the hospitality shown us each and every year here. We would like to give a special thanks to our media partners who are riding along today to capture this experience for the public and increase awareness to distracted driving. In 2017, the Tennessee Highway Safety Office launched its first statewide distracted driving enforcement bus tour. This bus tour concept started as a small idea in Nashville to combat a traffic safety issue that is difficult to enforce. With your partnership support over the years, we've been able to combine resources and make a greater impact statewide. The success of this campaign led to its evolution into Operation Incognito, then its permanent name Operation Hands Free, now that Tennessee is a hands-free state. This year, the campaign gained a partnership with the state of Georgia, also a hands-free state, and we extremely appreciate and are grateful for that partnership with our friends from Georgia. In 2021, the Tennessee Highway Safety Office earned the Governor's Highway Safety Association's Peter K. O'Rourke Special Achievement Award for this campaign due to its innovative concept and effectiveness in distracted driving enforcement and awareness. Now we are celebrating this major accomplishment and milestone to show how impactful you are, you, the media, and you, the citizens across our region and our states, across the Southeast and across the nation. We appreciate you and look forward to continuing our mission of saving lives. And that's truly the mission of this effort, and every effort of our agencies is to save lives on our roadways across our states. At this time, I would like to introduce our next speaker, Alex Cabral, Deputy Regional Administrator for Region 4 of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Alex.
Thank you, Director Lewis. Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to address you today. I'm Alex Cabral. I'm the Deputy Regional Administrator for the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in the region in Atlanta, Georgia. Distracted driving has become a national epidemic, endangering drivers and their passengers, people in other vehicles, motorcyclists, bicyclists, and pedestrians. In fact, there were 3,142 people killed in motor vehicle crashes involving distracted driving in 2020. These lives represent our family, friends, neighbors, and loved ones. The consequences of distracted driving affects everybody. As the law enforcement officers behind me can attest, distracted driving is any activity that takes your attention off the roadway. And as they have seen firsthand, talking and texting on your phone are very dangerous habits. Consider this: sending or reading a text takes the eyes of the driver off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving an entire football field with your eyes closed. Operations Hands Free uses public partnerships and law enforcement to make traveling on Tennessee and Georgia roads safer for everyone. I'm optimistic and hopeful that other states in the region will incorporate similar programs to support NHTSA's mission on distracted driving and saving lives. We have to change the way we approach traffic safety and change the culture that accepts tens and thousands of deaths on the roadways year after year. Today and every day, we'd like to thank our law enforcement officers behind us for their dedication to protecting our roadways from dangerous drivers. We want to thank the men, women, and jurisdictions here today from both Georgia and Tennessee on their efforts of Operations Hands Free this year. Thank you again for the opportunity to address this fantastic crowd and for bringing the attention of this important issue. And please remember, when you get behind the wheel, to put your phone away. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, and we appreciate the assistance and the guidance you give us in your office across our southeastern region of the United States. The next speaker I would like to introduce is my counterpart from Georgia. Director Poole has become a close friend of mine, and we collaborate a lot, we talk a lot, we have swap ideas, and it's just great to have he and his office represented here today, and all of Georgia represented here today. And I would like to introduce Alan Poole, Director of the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for that introduction. Good morning. I'm Alan Poole, the Director of the Georgia Governor's Office of Highway Safety. On behalf of Governor Brian Kemp and the citizens of Georgia, I'd like to thank the news media, law enforcement, and our public and private partners here today. It is great to be back in person and working with our partners in the great state of Tennessee. I would also like to thank Ms. Carmen Hayes. She's NHTSA's Region 4 Administrator, as well as Mr. Alex Cabral, Deputy Administrator, for being with us this morning. Also, Director Buddy Lewis and his staff from the Tennessee Office of Highway Safety, along with all the other attendees that are joining us this morning. I'd like to thank your attendance, and I welcome you here today. April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. We are here today to continue with our efforts to save lives on our roadways. Distracted driving is defined simply anything that takes the driver's focus off the road, period. Anything. But we know the big elephant in the room when it comes to distracted driving is our cell phones. So please, put away those cell phones. Georgia enacted a hands-free law in 2018. Within 4 years, we have seen a huge reduction in distracted driving deaths in our state. According to NHTSA's data, the number of distracted driving deaths in the first 2 full years of the hands-free law in Georgia, 2019 and 2020, was a 35% lower than in the year of 2016 and 2017. Our law enforcement communities work daily to enforce our hands-free law through citations and warnings. Phones are an important part of our daily lives: communication, navigation, and commerce. However, we must learn to disconnect when we're operating a motor vehicle. This month, we're asking all drivers to choose safety first by parking your phone before you begin your trip. That's why in Georgia we say buckle up, phones down, and arrive alive. Thank you again, buddy, for allowing us to be here to partner with you guys with this great initiative. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Director Poole. It's a pleasure to be with you and your team anywhere, anytime. So we thank you very much for your partnership with us. At this time, I'd like to introduce our next speaker. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office is a part of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security, and even though the Tennessee Highway Patrol is part of our department, we are still partners with them in efforts across the state of Tennessee. So at this time, I would like to introduce to you the captain of the Chattanooga District of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, Captain Tim Spicer.
Thank you, Director, and good morning to everyone. I appreciate all of you being here, all our law enforcement partners, our media partners, our community members. You all are what make us successful, and we're very grateful for that. The bus tour that our department has put together emphasizes and combats the problem of distracted driving. What we're planning to achieve today is awareness along with education and enforcement. Distracted driving is at an epidemic proportion in this country right now. You all don't have to drive very long to see someone doing something in their vehicle that divides their attention and takes it away from the most important job, which is driving safely. But we're not just talking about cell phones or electronic devices. Like you've already heard, anything that takes your attention away from the road is a distraction. Over the last few years in Tennessee, we have averaged more than 1,000 people killed on our roadways. I'd venture to say that most of these are related to some sort of distraction. If we could solve the problem of distracted driving, we would drastically lower our fatality rate. We could stay here and talk numbers and data for hours on end. What I want you to take away from this today is that these numbers, they also represent lives that are changed forever. These families will have an empty seat at the dinner table because someone made a poor choice of driving while distracted. And this is not just a generational problem we're seeing. It affects all age groups. Nor is it solely an issue for law enforcement to fix. It is a societal and cultural issue that we must address together. Traffic safety should be a priority of everyone as we share the roads together. We're asking you to help us keep our roadway safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Spicer. At this time, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Lieutenant Maurice Raines of the Georgia State Patrol.
Good morning. On behalf of Colonel Christopher Wright and the Georgia State Patrol and the entire Georgia State Patrol family, we're honored to be a part today of the initiative of distracted driving for the Distracted Driving Month of April. We're honored to partner with the state of Tennessee, as well as our partners with the Governor's Office of Highway Safety in the state of Georgia and local law enforcement across this region. Today we're here to talk about distracted driving. What is distracted driving? Distracted driving is anything that diverts your attention away from driving a motor vehicle. Driving a motor vehicle is one of the most dangerous acts that we create every day when we get behind the wheel. So that means if you take your hand off the wheel to use your phone, that means you only have one hand on the phone, on the wheel. If you looking somewhere else other than down the road, that means you're distracted from driving the vehicle. We need you as citizens of this state and this region to help us help you. One thing we do know, that speeding, and we do know that DUIs in the past have been one of the major epidemics that we faced throughout when it comes to losing lives and people being injured. Well, distracted driving is one of those components as well now. So we're asking the motoring public to help us help you. We're asking the local media to continue to be our ambassadors to get the word out, to let everybody understand that a common goal is this. We don't want any deaths, we don't want anyone injured, but we do know those things happen because people decide to be distracted. And I say that to say this, wouldn't it be great if everyone would be proactive? Proactive means doing what you need to do, and that is drive the vehicle, instead of being reactive, because when you're distracted, your reaction time is less. So I'm asking everyone to partner with us in this initiative this month. We're grateful for all of this law enforcement presence that we have here today. And in the state of Georgia, we did enact the law of hands-free in 2018, meaning that we wanted to educate the public to say enough is enough. The law is not on the books just to be on the books, it's on the books to be enforced. And if that's what it takes for us to get the numbers down, we're going to enforce the law. And again, on behalf of our commissioner and the governor of our state of Georgia, we're honored to partner with the state of Tennessee and NHTSA in this campaign to let everyone know we need no one distracted. We need you to arrive, and not only arrive, but we want you to arrive alive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant. Our next speaker is someone that we work with very, very, very well. They assist us in many projects and many events. And I'd like to introduce Stephanie Milani, Director of the Public Affairs of AAA, the Auto Club Group.
Good morning. I just want to start out by saying that AAA is proud to have been a part of this campaign since its inception. We have a shared mission to advocate for a safer roadway for all of our users. We are committed to changing attitudes and behaviors through advocacy and through education and through supporting law enforcement as they are doing those same things. Now, a recent AAA survey asked Tennesseans and Georgians what they were most concerned with by keeping their local roadways safe. The vast majority cited distracted driving. However, from other AAA research, we know that there is a very strong do as I say, not as I do culture among drivers. So what I would like to do today is remind drivers that some of the things that we take for granted, say we read a text while we're driving, and we think that 2-second text is all there is. However, looking away from the road for just 2 seconds doubles the risk of a crash. We also know that your mental distraction is not over once you read that text. Your mental distraction can last for up to 27 seconds after you hit send, after you hit end on that cell phone call, after you read a text message. Those mental distractions are one of the most dangerous distractions. Even a lot of drivers think that hands-free is risk-free, but it's not. You can still have your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel. With your mind being distracted, you are not paying attention to what is going on in front of you. So this month and all year long, we are asking drivers to prepare for their drive. That means to set their vehicle systems like their GPS, comfort controls, put on the DVD before you even put the car in drive. We want to also make sure that people understand that the vehicle itself, even while some of these things like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, your infotainment in your vehicle is meant to be helpful, it can also cause a distraction. So make sure that you are thinking of those distractions, thinking of those systems as potential distractions and acting accordingly. Also, we want you to remain focused on the task of driving. Again, like everyone has said, don't let anything or anyone divert your attention from the one task at hand, which is driving and making sure that you are safe. So thank you, and please be safe.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. We appreciate very much the partnership we have with AAA. And I was just notified that we have one last speaker before I close, representative from the Calhoun, Georgia Police Department, if you'll come forward.
Good morning to all. I would just like to thank the governor of the great state of Tennessee and the state of Georgia and the partners for providing the resources to us, the law enforcement agencies. I would like to thank all officers for your tireless effort to keep our streets safe. And believe me, it's not in vain, because if we can save one life, then we've already made a great impact. Data shows that 47% of people killed from distracted driving in the last 10 years were not even driving. There are many other distractions other than cell phones, passengers, radios, GPSs, etc. When you're behind the wheel, make a stand to not use your phone and stay alert to your surroundings. We ask that you do your part to help make our roads safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. As we close today, I would just like to remind us of one thing. And that one thing is, every time we get into our vehicles to go somewhere, we could be a victim of a distracted driver. So that's why it's always important up to each individual that on the roadways they see and report. If you see something, say something. If you see someone driving erratically because of distracted driving, and you can tell if someone is on their phones or whatever. But if you'll just take time to report that, that's the difference in saving a life of someone. and it could be the lives of our own. So we appreciate very much everyone being here today. We're going to get out now and do some enforcement activity across our region, and we're going to be aware of what's going on. We're going to be out there watching and looking to make certain people are abiding by the law. But before I close, I just want to say thank you to our law enforcement officers that are represented here, all of the agencies, all of the partnerships, all of the people that we work with on a daily basis here in Tennessee. And I know Director Poole feels the same way as I do about his agencies in the state of Georgia. So we just wish you well. We wish you safe travels. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of your day, just to bring attention to this terrible, terrible and tragic things that are happening on our roadways. Our fatality rates are increasing, and a lot of it is because of distracted driving. So we thank you today for being here, and safe travels from this point on. Thank you.